I don't typically do talking videos, but here we are. I just recently got this clown yesterday. I purchased it about a week ago off of a Facebook ad that I saw in a Jimmy Animatronic for sale group, whatever it's called, Jimmy Halloween buy and sell. I don't know what it's called. He was like liquidating his collection. He was just getting rid of a lot of stuff. I was surprised that this was even still available because I saw it like an hour after it was posted, but I messaged him, got a deal worked out in like 30 minutes. Paid about 350 bucks, definitely more than I wanted to pay, but I didn't care. I'd been searching for one for like 6 years and I gave up on trying. I just bought it. Preferred to have found it on Marketplace for like 50 bucks, but didn't care anymore. I actually purchased it as is. I didn't care if it worked or not. I had a Heads Up Harry bus and I was just gonna put that on it. Didn't care if it had the audio. I just wanted the clown. But yeah, it in fact did work. When I first plugged it in, it wasn't doing anything. But then like I had it plugged in for like 5 minutes and just went and sat down, waited for it to warm up, and then the eyes started moving and the neck lit up. So I was like, oh, so it must work. So I went and turned up the volume was working, but the head and mouth motors were jammed. The mouth, literally all I had to do was just like move it up and down constantly and it unlocked. And the head motor, I had to completely take it apart to deal with that. And then once I had it back together, one of the relays came off, so his head was just lifting up and down, up and down, up and down. But I got that fixed. I actually went ahead and just rewired that entire relay because that thing's wires, the copper, I think that's what it's called, on the inside of it was like black, and it's not supposed to be black at all. So it was definitely not normal. So I went ahead and rewired that. Now it's as good as new. Couldn't be happier. Interesting thing about him, which I guess I should have known, is that the pants, you have to Velcro the pants on. Like, of course, you can see the pants are all Velcroed on and everything. Because, of course, with Magic Power Props, for those of you that do not have them, they have pins that you push in and the entire upper body comes off, and then you collapse the pole down. The pole's down. Here, I can actually do it on Harry because he's easier to access. You push those notches in, and then the entire upper body just comes off. But yeah. And then over here, I have my 2011 Grandin Road model. Grandin Road model, the paint is definitely a lot lighter and the mask is way, way thicker, so it basically prohibits the mouth from moving. Have tons of people telling me it's broken. It's not broken, it's just the model. It's just the way this particular model is. The older ones are a lot easier to find. The HSN 2008 model. But this is the Grandin Road 2011 model, so it is not like that. So it is not broken. I actually originally got one in 2011. Heads Up Harry was technically my first life-size animatronic. If you want to count like my first life-size, it was the static SVI Gravedigger from Spirit in 2010. But him and the 2011 Coffin Vampire were my first. And then my mother bought herself the 2011 Shivers, which, my goodness, that Shivers is in such awful condition. He's been used so often. Surprised the mechanics have never had an issue. The only thing that isn't working is the eyes, and his beaker snapped off. His clothes look like somebody wiped their ass with them. His buckles are all corroded. He's been through a lot. He's been used at so many events in my town. He's fallen over I don't know how many times. His head shell is literally duct taped together. He's been through a lot. But yeah. We actually lost my Heads Up Harry's adapter in like 2012 between transporting him to an event. And we just figured that since the Vampire and Shivers used a 9-volt, that Harry would have used a 9-volt, and he does not use a 6-volt. So he was working fine for a couple of years, just like going off the 9-volt. And then 2014, he started malfunctioning. He was like glitching. His head kept going up and down. His mouth was constantly moving. The eyes were constantly moving back and forth. And he would just make this god-awful high-pitched frequency noise. And then eventually it just started smoking. And like we had to unplug it. We didn't know what to do. It just died. And then we looked at the base and we realized it was a 6-volt adapter. So that's that. And in 2017, somebody actually reached out to me because they knew I was looking for one. And they posted it on eBay for me for 200 bucks. Of course, I bought it instantly. But yeah, it's really cool. I'll go ahead and show you the clown first because he's kind of the cooler one. He's kind of a holy grail for animatronic or haunter collectors, whatever you want to call him.
Step right up, come one, come all, to the creepiest show on earth. Want to see the new trick I'm working on? I was going to tell a joke, but I'm sure it's over your head. So, what do you think? I want to ride the roller coaster, but they say I'm too short. I wish I could be taller. It's really working. Okay, it's not paid to quit while I'm ahead. Never mind. I just realized I'm afraid of heights. Step right up, come one, come all, to the creepiest show on earth. Want to see the new trick I'm working on? I was going to tell a joke, but I'm sure it's over your head. So, what do you think?
I think that was his last phrase, but I'll go ahead and do it one more time.
I want to ride the roller coaster, but they say I'm too short. I wish I could be taller. It's really working. Okay, it's not paid to quit while I'm ahead. Never mind. I just realized I'm afraid of heights.
Now I'll go ahead and show Harry. Harry is much, much louder for some reason. I do not know why. They have the exact same speaker. But yeah.
I need to get a better view of the situation. Wow, I can see my grave from here.
Looks like one of his lights fell in.
Much better.
I don't know if I mentioned or not. I probably did already, but since this is a 2011 Grandin road model, the mask is way, way thicker. So, of course, it just prevents the mouth from working properly.
Hey, dude, come here. I'll bet you can't do this. What'll it be, trick or treat? Hey, you want to see it again?
Not entirely sure what happened there. My phone just cut off, but that was pretty much all I had to say. That was all their phrases. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. One other thing I forgot to mention is that I do have the life-size heads-up Hilda. Got her about a year ago from a haunter friend, but she is not in the best shape anymore. Her head was constantly lifting up and down. I had that issue fixed. Her eyes were all like melted to the mask, but I replaced those with my old heads up Harry's eyes. And her mouth is, I need to figure out what's wrong with her mouth. I've rewired it and everything and it's still not working. So I assume it's a board issue, so I have to figure that out with somebody who can do board work, because I am not comfortable with board work. The last time I tried to fix something, I completely killed the whole thing. Luckily, it was just some Jimmy dancing hamster tabletop or something that I was just going to fix and resell. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe.